Hi, my name is Althea Guy. I am a seamstress slash dressmaker. I attend the Port Antonio Secondary when it was secondary back in 1988. And when I was in grade 10, I chose my vocation. The vocation that I chose at that time was cosmetology. But when I chose cosmetology, in that same breath, my dad took sick and he was the main breadwinner of the family. And cosmetology is a bit costly. It's really costly. You have to find a lot of stuff and you have to have the money to get this and get that. So I said to myself, knowing that my dad is sick and all of that and the finance part of it, you know what? I'm going to do clothing and textile because clothing and textile, the things are not so expensive. They weren't expensive at that time. I said, let me choose clothing and textile. So I chose clothing and textile. But of course, my grandaunt, she used to sew, so I was around her learning a little bits and pieces at the time that though I was pretty young. But like when I get my clothes or anything like that, I always cut them to my fit and all of that. If the pants is too long, I cut it, turn it into shorts, the blouse and all of that. So anyway, I chose clothing and textile, and by choosing clothing and textile, I went through for a couple months because after that my dad died and then I have to leave school before I actually went to grade 11 because he was the main breadwinner, so everything kind of go downhill at that time when he died. But after that, I had to go look work at about 15 plus going 16 at that time. So I went, they had factories in Boundbrook. It was two factories, a bag factory and a glove factory. But the glove factory, I was going to the bag factory one Monday morning, but I met this young lady who was directing me. Of course, she was working at the glove factory, so that's how I ended up at the glove factory. So I went there and I worked there for a couple months because I'm young and So anyway, I worked there for a couple months, get a little machine training and thing. So I left, and when I left, I did other jobs, I job hopping, doing different types of jobs and all of that. So anyway, after that, I heard of Social Development Commission. They had a course going on out there, so I signed up. I worked, saved my money, signed up for that, and when I signed up, I went. It was like a 6 months course, but I actually got something went wrong. I don't remember what, but I actually get 9 months. So I did a 9-month course at Social Development Commission. That's SDC. So I did that 9 months, came out. I got a job at a uniform store actually, but I didn't stay there long either because as I tell you, young, you just here this minute and next minute you're next somewhere else. So anyway, after that, I got a job. When I ready to settle down, I got a job from this lady. I won't call her name. I worked with her for 7 years. And what happened now, she do clothing, sheets and spreads, comfort and all of those stuff. So I dropped in the right hand now. So I started learning all of those things because I had to sew all of them. I had to sew them. She fit them up and I had to put them together. She cut them out and I had to put them together and sew them. So meanwhile I'm sewing, even though I'm not there when she's cutting them, but I learned because I learned from what I see. I say, oh, this is how this cut, this is how this, so and I get the pattern in my head and all of that. So I learned from her all of those things. I did a lot of pleating. I didn't like doing pleating, but I still do it, but I don't really like doing pleating. So one day she said, oh, Althea, I'm gonna give you this. I know you don't like pleating, but you better learn. You better learn to do it because one day when you leave here, you can do your thing on your own and you can buy your own bread. And when she said that to me, I said, for true, this lady is so She's so right, because I didn't like this, and I said, anyway, I did it. I learned to do pleating. I still don't like it, even though, and I don't like steaming it, but I still do it, and it actually worked out very good for me. Anyway, after working with her, then I launched out on my own. I was at home one day. I feel like putting my machine on the veranda and sewing, and there comes my neighbor. They saw me sewing, and they said, "Oh, you sewed!" And there goes. That's how my business started, and it is a success. That's been a success from there. From then, that's good. And in the midst of it, you have people that you're not gonna please everybody, because some people, everybody's shape different. You might catch this person body shape nicely, and another person is like, you just can't catch it. So you have people giving me good compliment. You have some might be that, oh, no, but it's fine, because constructive criticism is good for me, because you learn from that. So when something is not right with someone, and they don't like it, I like when they come and say to me, I'll say this is not, and this is, and so then I will know how to correct myself. But if something went wrong and you're gonna, you just leave me like that, like, oh, and then you probably made the same mistake on somebody else, because we're not perfect. I am not perfect. I'm not one who, go and say, boy, I am perfect, and I don't sing on that line, because I don't think no one is perfect, and no one can be perfect. You understand me? Even though, but I really don't think so. So what I do, what I love when, if something doesn't go right, for one time or whenever, come and say it to me, because constructive criticism is really good for me. I love criticism, because it makes me, do better the next time. So anyway, enough of that. So that is when I was living in Jamaica now. So I migrated to America, and I'm here, but I realized what we have here is a lot of alteration. So I'm here now, and I'm trying to set up my business here. So I'm just gonna do a little bits and pieces and let you guys know what I can do and all of that. Because I recently moved here, I'd like to kind of establish myself a little bit and see, and feel it out and see, what's in it for me here now, because I really love sewing. I enjoy doing sewing. So I do my cushions, I do my shower curtains, I can do window curtains also, few drapes, I do my clothing, I'm a seamstress, I can do skirts. I really don't like doing pants, but I do pants. If the person's not too fluffy like me, I do pants and little shorts, but pants is not really my number one thing. But I do dresses and skirts and blouse, kids, cater for kids also, and cushions. I do cushion coverings. If you want to change your covering on your cushions, I can do that also. So that's just basically it. It's just a little preview of what I can do, and my history and present. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and I look forward for your kind patronage. You can come in, talk to me, tell me what you want, and we can see if I can do it. I'll let you know I can do it. If it's something that I can't do, because it's not really everything, and I'm going to be honest, I can do most things, but it's not all things, but I can do most things. So, you can talk to me, let me know what you want, and I can say yes, we can work out something together. If I can, if I can't, it's just yeah. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and enjoy your day. Bye.